Your name is Pendar. Under the provisions of the Baines Amendment, you've been declared a terrorist. You have no rights under American law. Any means may be used to elicit information, up to and including physical torture.
I can't feel anything.
Spinal blocks. We've deadened everything from the neck down. Don't worry, it's not permanent. Yet. Let's make this simple. Tell us about the church. Tell us their plans for the creatures.
If they find out I've told you, they'll make me one of them.
I'm told you're a video technician. Good with your hands. So I'm gonna start with your legs. We used to do this without anesthesia, but there were terrible complications from the shock. The leftist papers accused us of using Kirkland probes to actually read minds. I wish it were that easy. Personally, I don't care for the probes or psychoactives. Too much distortion.
What are you doing?
It's what you're doing. Tell us what you saw, who was involved, and then we won't have to hurt you. Look in the mirror. You won't actually feel anything until we stop the spinal tap, and then you'll warm up slowly.
What are you doing to me?
After that, if you're still not cooperative, we'll find something else to play with. I didn't bother with editing, Dr. Aruna. I thought you'd want to see it immediately. Almost 9 hours. I was quite impressed. How long before he talked?
I confess to all my crimes. I am guilty. What's it matter? I've seen the incubation. I've seen Salvaje's God. You can't begin to understand its power. It would be easier for you if I were part of Salvaje's conspiracy. At least then you'd have the reason. Someone to blame.
Pendar, we just got a corporate on the work link. Are you available? Corporate scale? I'll make time.
It's the sheer coincidence of it that terrifies you. The real world's like that. Random. Chaotic. Casual.
Pendar, video link. We got a call about some crystal switching problems?
Oh yeah, just a minute.
Video link's here. Should I send them down?
I remember thinking, just another job.
The regular tech's out sick, one of those mutated flu viruses. You do much crystal work? Not recently. Corporate designates have a lock on the best jobs. When you're freelance, it's almost all private or military.
Routine.
Switchers in the back. Any questions, beat me. Otherwise, I'll check back in a half hour or so. Thanks.
One of the logic chips had crunched. I had it in and out in under a minute. I was good with my hands. That's when I saw them. Cheap lead shunts. Hand soldered onto the optics line. About as sophisticated as an old-style fuse. Security types like them because they're physical and temporary. Of course, it makes them easy to circumvent. Don't know why I burned them. Curiosity, maybe the challenge. My God, they're real.
Hello again. It's Ostro. Just checking in. The others have forgotten your sacrifice, but I remember. I'll always remember. We captured it while it fed on you. It seemed to need that primitive animal kinship. While it acclimated to the artificial environment, you were its home. You gave it your body, your life. At least you didn't die in vain. You would have been thrilled with our progress. Originally, of course, we merely planned to study the specimen while awaiting the return of the K-104. For once, we had a bit of luck. You see, the creature that we captured was a queen, and that changed things. Its birthing process is utterly parthenogenic, with none of the primitive ritual associated with sexual reproduction. The austerity of it all is quite breathtaking. It seems to live for only one purpose, to reproduce. What's a queen without its subjects? The marketing people want us to hold off on further testing until they can put together a promotional campaign for the November WATEC conference. Even with the secrecy, Bionational's investment rating was doubled on the international boards. Our organic weapons program is going to revolutionize the industry. I'm so happy for you. For us. I was standing at one of the viewports, staring into space. The light from the stars stretched around the ship like glowing white neon. I was trying to remember my parents. All I can remember was the blood. It's an optical illusion. What? The stars. Gravity drive's so powerful we're bending the light. You get used to it. Beats the hell out of hibernation. The Marines were wary of Captain Stevens in the aftermath of Private Easley's death. Stevens insisted it was an accident, closing the investigation before it started. I could understand that attitude from Stevens. But what about Hicks? Hello again. Mind if I sit here? No. I mean, it's all right. In the midst of this, what did Weller see in me? Corporal Hicks must think a lot of you to stow you on board. Stevens is gonna have his ass once we're back on Earth.
Hicks and I understand each other.
Yeah, I bet you understand each other real well. Knock it off, Ramirez. He couldn't find somebody his own age to? I said knock it off. No one had ever shown interest in me before. At first, it didn't make any sense. This is where we store the blasters and the rest of the portable gear. Here, let me... Don't touch me. It's okay. My fault. I'm sorry. I'm just... Been around these things before? Once, when I was little. Really? You must have run with a rough crowd. Then I realized he was like me. He knew how it felt to be alone. What made you join the Marines? Don't you miss your family? The Marines are my family. Listen, about Corporal Hicks. If there is something between... Shh. Tell me why you hit Ramirez back in the commissary. Ramirez has got a big mouth. He had no right to say what he did. I was afraid it might be true. Hicks gave me a schedule of token administrative duties to keep me occupied during the voyage. Hatred of the aliens burned inside him like an open flame. It was all that sustained him. He'd lost all sense of compassion. He shrugged off Easley's death as if it were trivial, an annoyance. I shared his hatred of the aliens, but suddenly our bitter quest seemed empty, almost ugly. Private Weller, do you have business at this station? Hicks, he was only... Get back with the other soldier, now. What's wrong with you? Weller was... I saw what he was doing. It's going to stop, even if I have to confine both of you to your quarters. My God, you're jealous. I'm not a child anymore. Weller's my friend. Maybe my only friend. I won't let you ruin that. We found an unused storage unit behind the engine compartment and met as often as we could. It was all so new to me. Sometimes, I feel so frightened, like I'm still 8 years old. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm frightened of the way I feel about you. I wonder how that will change when we reach the homeworld. Maybe Hicks has been hating so long, he had forgotten what it's like to care about someone. I've never done this before. Neither have I. Maybe I'd been locked away so long, I had never had the chance to try. We stood at the viewport, staring into space. The light from the stars stretched around the ship like bands of glowing white neon. The aliens destroyed my life once. I couldn't stop them then. But I could stop it from happening again.
The bionational people never suspected. I replaced the shunts, pretended nothing had happened, all the time knowing that I had to find Salvaje.
Bendar, got another call for you. Main feed's gone down at the... Get somebody else. Open up, you crazy bastard! Let me in! Welcome, I am Dee Dee. I know who you are.
Salvaje's vision had tapped into something primal, uncontrollable. As his message spread, the devoted sought him out, provided for him.
Welcome, brother. Please join us in our... Where the hell is he? Salvaje! Damn you! I've seen it! It's real! We know.
Salvaje's congregation gathered closer, watching in utter silence. I told them what I'd seen. There was no surprise. It was as if they were expecting me. It took me a moment to truly understand. The vision had overwhelmed them. Where I was seeing monsters, they were seeing salvation.
Everything quiet? Got a glitch in one of the infrareds. Maintenance said they'd... Wait a minute. Motion sensors just picked her up. Should I activate the grid? Maybe one of the executives forgot to punch her in. Try a long-range retinal and photo ID search. I'm not getting anything. Oh, Jesus. I'm picking up movement all over the site. Turn on all the hot guns and automatics. Burn up everything in the perimeter.
What's that she's wearing over her? Salvaje's congregation poured into the bionational complex. I was stunned by their power.
I want everybody on hard fire standby. Locked and loaded. Nobody gets in.
Who in the hell could have... Guns didn't frighten them. Death didn't frighten them. Nothing mattered but the cause. It wasn't that they weren't feeling the pain. They just didn't care.
Keep firing! Keep firing! We need more men. We can't...
Yeah! Salvaje wanted me to see everything. Even in the midst of the blood and death, he felt it important that I believe. The creature watched passively, hovering protectively over its brood.
We have come to consummate our love, to purge the vision from our minds, to be one with you. Take me. Take me. Take...
It burst out in a glistening blur, vicious tendrils of fluid fluttering behind it like some obscene afterbirth. I could see his mouth twisting in pain as the creature attached itself. and he started to scream. Ah! Ah! For the first time, Salvaje understood the true meaning of sacrifice. What? My God, they're taking her. Please, take me, please! Sir, we're under some sort of attack. I've lost contact with ground floor security. I think we should notify the... No outsiders. We can handle this in-house. Salvaje's acolytes dragged their infected brethren outside, making room for the others. I saw dozens take the spores. They were all her children now. Killers! Murderers! The Queen's mine. I heard gunfire outside the chamber. And suddenly the aliens screamed. It was the cry of a mother at the death of her child. I broke away from Salvaje's men and staggered blindly through the nest. The life form patents belong here. We developed it. We nurtured it. There's too many of them. We can't possibly... Mother... You don't understand. I'd never hurt you. Rian's dead. You're all I have left of him. You have to understand. I love you. I only want the best for you. I don't remember much after that. Security police quarantined the building. They must have found me inside. I just can't understand why. Why me? Oh my God. It makes sense now. She did it. That thing. I've been part of it all along. Hooking up Salvaje, burning the security stops. Maybe it goes back even further. Birth. School. Every decision of my life. Maybe she controlled it all. It wasn't Salvaje's conspiracy. It was hers. I was just another soldier. Another sacrifice. Oh God, please. I'm scared of dying. I want to live. I want to...
That's enough. What did you do with him? Organ bank's taking what they can use. Eyes, skin, what's left of his stomach. They'll burn the rest. We're wasting time. We still don't know where the fanatics are hiding. According to bionational documentation, alien gestation takes anywhere from 72 hours to a week or more. If any of the newborn escape, if any of them are queens, God help us all. As the ship approached the aliens' homeworld, I was overwhelmed by a hideous premonition of death. Broiler and I spent every spare moment together. I knew he shared my apprehensions. There was an air of desperation to our encounters, as if we didn't dare waste an instant. We made love the final day, surrounded by the bleak gray metal of the ship's hull. I remember thinking how frail we were next to our machines, and for the first time since RIM, I cried. Son of a bitch! Captain Stevens, there's something out there. Perhaps it's debris of some kind? No way, sir. It's changing course, following us. Some sort of ship. I'll sound General No, not quite yet. This is Stevens. Everything is set. Prepare for docking. Massey here. Excellent. Excellent. Be seeing you shortly. What in the hell? Something hit us. Jesus. Code 5 alert. We're under attack. That's impossible. It must be some kind of drill. An accident. You're safe here, Newt. Wait for me. I love you, and I'll be back. Anybody know what's happening? Your guess is as good as mine. Nobody can find Stevens or Hicks. What about Jones? She had communications duty. I haven't seen her since she... Shit! Someone's pulled the loader mechanism. This thing's useless. This one too. They've all been zeroed. This is some kind of setup. This is Captain Stevens. I want all crew to report to the loading bay, immediately. I suppose you're going to kill the rest of them, like you killed Easley? What happened? He catch you transmitting to these bastards? Get off it, Hicks. You don't care about the damn Marines any more than I do. All you care about are your precious aliens. That's it. Nice and easy. Double check the ship's complement. Make sure we have everyone. Your Marines are safe for now, Corporal Hicks. We still need an alien specimen, and they seem to thrive on humans. Humans? You think you can use the Marines for bait? Christ, didn't they? That's enough. I don't like you, Stevens. I don't like greedy men. But I can't countenance traitors, even when they're on my side. Never know when they might turn. Wait, Massey, you don't understand. You need me. Not anymore. Prepare the dropship for landing. We're going hunting. For one brief moment, I'd found love. One of Hicks' grunts. A Marine named Weller. What is it about life that as soon as you find something good, it's taken away from you? I could feel the panic rising in my chest. Choking. Claustrophobic. My first instinct was to hide. Just like Rim, just like Earth. That's what the enemy depends on. Human, alien. They rely on that fear to endure. No! It explained the resilience of creatures like the alien. They don't understand fear. They don't understand anything beyond their own existence. I knew I would have to become like them to survive. It had been 4 hours since we had been boarded. Who the hell were they? Soldiers? Mercenaries? This is easier than I had hoped. Did you double-check the inboard rostery? Stevens, Ace, Easy, and Jones dumped the bodies before we docked. The rest of the complement is accounted for. It didn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered to them. No wonder Stevens chewed my ass over packing plasma rifles. He was afraid we'd use them against you. I still can't figure where the corporation found the balls to intercept a government ship on a classified mission. I think you'll find the corporation capable of almost anything. We still believe in free enterprise, capitalism, and I'm afraid your government wants to keep the alien life form for itself. My government? You make it sound like the corporation is an independent state. Jesus, those things destroyed Rim. Think what they could do on Earth. I have. We're breeding them. You'll stay with me aboard Benedict. Your men seem to respect you. I might be able to use that. You've already got those things on Earth. Why not just kill us and be done with it? Oh, but you're going to die. Rest assured of that. But I'm sure you understand the call of science. We're charged with investigating the homeworld before returning to Earth. You never know what you might find. Their homeworld follows traditional patterns. There's probably some sort of ecological balance. The alien is a remarkable life form, but it may not be the dominant species on its homeworld. A corporation like Bionational succeeds by staying one step in front of the competition. In 5 years, the alien will be obsolete, passé. We'll need to find newer, superior biological weapons. We're fishing. Your Marines are bait. We're picking up some burn on the outer hull. Ground scanners are starting to clear. Jesus, Massey, are you seeing this? Yeah. Put down near the formation and dispatch the floaters. Make sure all the data recorders are up. They're gonna want this on disk. Then drop the Marines and enjoy the show. The atmosphere is marginal. There are only enough mass for us good guys. Hell no. You're rough, tough Marines. You can handle it. I still don't like this. Come on. You read the documentation. The adults are a bitch, but they're ground-based. Once the crab-like thing's attached to a host, they go dormant. We pick them up, we go home. No problem. Yeah, right. No problem.